Hey y'all, it's Mark's wife Jen. Nice to meet you. I'm hijacking his Instagram. One of the things that's interesting about Mark is he was a teenager in the 1970s. So he went to all these amazing concerts and I wanted him to share some of the stories with you, like little quick vignettes. The first one's right now. Tell me about your first concert experience.
I bought a ticket to go see Jethro Tull on the Thick as a Brick tour. It was June 21st, 1972 was the date of the concert.
So how old were you?
Probably 13, I think.
You were only in the 5th grade and you were going to a Jethro Tull concert by yourself?
Yes. Well, my parents weren't huge Jethro Tull fans. So I went to Budget Tapes and Records in El Paso, which was a record store and also a head shop. And they sold posters like the famous R. Crumb Stoned Again poster. And they had a black light room with all the cool posters in it. I bought a ticket for $5. So my parents dropped me off at the El Paso County Coliseum. The Coliseum was built for rodeos, livestock events. So it had no air conditioning. There's a giant chain link fence around the parking lot. The doors were closed and there was about 2,000 people standing around on this blazing hot asphalt. Lots and lots of flared pants, probably mainly Levi's, possibly cowboy shirts, lots of t-shirts. And we stood there and stood there and stood there, and they never opened the doors. And people started to become somewhat annoyed because it was blazing hot. And they were kind of knocking on the doors and nobody was paying attention to it. Time for the doors to open came and went. And eventually a man came out with a British accent and said, "The concert is cancelled. There will be no concert tonight because it is too hot. And the instruments will not stay in tune." And with that, he shut the door and walked back inside. And that was it. That was the end of it. And so 2,000 people just kind of stood around staring at each other and went, okay.
So no one got angry, they didn't riot or anything?
It was too hot to get angry. It was like 100 degrees or maybe higher. So that was my first concert experience. It was a non-concert experience. And looking at some kind of archival Jethro Tull tour database, it looks like they canceled the following night in Albuquerque also. And then on the return trip out of California, canceled Phoenix. And they're limeys, and anything above, 75 degrees is hotter than blue blazes to them. So.
Okay, so when the concert was over, there was no cell phones back then. How did you get in touch with your parents to know to come pick you up early?
Well, I had to go and wait at a payphone while 35 other people made a phone call. I would have to wait till the following year for my first concert, which turned out to be Elton John.